delighted to have you join us here again in Ghana, West Africa, for a couple of minutes where we share a trailer load of information that equips to the state's investors and those in the business. Just in case you wanted to start or expand portfolios and do business up to 150 different nations on our globe. Now that's our target. So please overlook all external noises. This is an outdoor recording. Here's a quick introduction because I tend to give advice on this show, and it says speaking engagement. Having studied real estate in USA, written and published 2 books in USA, won an award for poetry in USA, attended 12 conferences for leadership in Maryland, USA, other conferences in USA, and a lot more. The rest were here in Ghana, West Africa. Been to about 22 of them. The last one was the Africa Prosperity Dialogue, held at the Pedwasi Presidential Lodge, Ibri, Ghana. Having been on committees, various committees, Action Chapel International, a church with over 100 branches worldwide. Their head office is in Accra, Spintex Road. Having actually moderated such MC some of their women's programs. Having been at our Artists Guild, Accra, where programs will be organized, about 300 people seated or less, about 200 perhaps. Maybe 15 or less would address the crowd. I'll be one of them, others with ministers of state, etc. Having been at the Colombia Ambassador's residence to Ghana, a program organized once a month for 12 months, round about that, strictly by invitation. In attendance would be about 100 to 200 people, mostly ambassadors from different countries and their staff and others. Again, about 15-ish, about that number, would address the group or crowd. My contribution, I'd be one of them. Metro TV Accra, I was a TV host presenting a program called Playback when they were in Pyramid House here in Accra. I'll round up with NTS Telecom East Legon, head of marketing, Toyota Ghana, sales and marketing, then various positions home and abroad in various sectors of industry, and recently opening offices in Roman Ridge and shops in Accra, and hiring 5 people to work with me here in Accra for real estate, my books, etc. Introduction done. So back to real estate. We're looking at Australia and how real estate performed 2026 in the commercial sector. According to experts, they have a market value for that sector that's projected to be worth 95 billion Australian dollars, and they are expecting an 8 to 10% return on investments. Before we round up, we'd like to share tidbits people may find quite informative, but take a seat for that. Kindly join me. So having studied LLB law in City University, London, UK, studied not practicing, there's still some work to be done on that. I tend to give a lot of advice, legal or just addressing issues that are global or national. In the past, I've given 60 different forms of advice to about 11 different nations and the UN. Today, we are congratulating Australia, having just mentioned them. They are launching a high-speed rail system that will cost around about $90 billion. Congratulations. That project is definitely moving their transportation sector forward. I said earlier, I had 2 books written and published in USA. They're selling now on Amazon.com and other websites. In the past, they sold in bookshops in USA, sold and bought in UK and bought here in Accra, Ghana. They are in libraries for people to read in New Jersey, USA. They've had 2 TV interviews with the TV Accra. They've had 2 radio interviews, one in the studio here in Accra, one I was in New Jersey, when they called me and said, "We heard your book is out. We'd like to interview you on the phone." And that's how it actually happened. I want to say thank you to all viewers. Those on LinkedIn, 155,000 views in total, 2024, 2025, and the others this year. Thank you, YouTubers. Thank you. Kindly hit the like button and subscribe. To all of the viewers, we appreciate you. This is the first ever production real estate sports US news for now. Because we have 8 billion people on our globe, would like to say anything done for the first time is worth noting. My name is Jacqueline. Enjoy your day.